Does your dog like to jump up? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you 4 steps to stop your dog unwanted jumping. Coming up. Hi, I'm Geraldine from Finn and Paddy & Co. Dog Training, giving you weekly dog training tips, helping dog owners so that less dogs end up in shelters. Saving dogs' life is my mission. I have 3 rescue dogs, and you can actually learn more about me in my mission video. The link to that video is at the top of the screen right now. And if you want to help me saving dogs, please subscribe to my channel. It would really mean the world to me if you could actually help me. Do you know that jumping up is one of the most common dog unwanted behavior? That's why I really wanted to make this video, to really give you tips to help you train your dog not to jump up. And make sure to stay until the end, because I'm gonna share with you some common mistakes that people make when they're actually trying to train their dog not to jump up. But first, do you know why dogs actually jump up? Well, it's very easy. It's just because they want to greet you and come at your face level for that reason, because licking the face is the way that dogs greet people. So the first step that you want to take when actually training your dog not to jump up is actually to teach him an alternative behavior. Because if you want your dog to stop jumping up, you have to tell him to do something else. What's the easiest thing to actually ask your dog instead of jumping up? Well, to sit or stay or lie down and stay. So that's the first thing that you need to teach to your dog, a very solid sit or lie down and stay. And if your dog actually doesn't know yet how to sit or lie down and stay, I made a video about it a few weeks ago. So make sure to check the link at the top of the screen right now. Second thing, if your dog actually jumps up on you, I want you to react in a certain way, and this way is actually not to react. So basically, I just want you to turn into a tree and ignore your dog, look away, cross your arms around your body, yawn. And I actually made a video about those calming signals last week, and you can actually check that video. The link is at the top of the screen right now, because it will really help you how to react and interact with your dog in different situations and learn how your dog actually is trying to communicate with you and communicate with him the same way. There's also an exercise that you can do with your dog to work with him on not jumping up. And basically, you ask him to sit, you hold the tree at shoulder level, and you take it down closer to your dog nose, and all the way down. Your dog is not supposed to jump. And if he doesn't jump, you reward him. And if he actually jumps, too bad, you remove the treat and take it away. Finn. Yes, good boy. See, Finn there was really good. He was just waiting for the treat to go down, and that's why I rewarded him. No, too bad. Finn is so good. It's so good. Well done, Finnu. Sit. Stay. Come here. Sit. Stay. 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 You stay. You stay. You stay. Yes, yes, well done. Stay. Stay. Yes, well done to both of you. Well done, yes. So last step. The bulletproof step is actually if you have visitors and invite people over, because a lot of people usually struggle when there are people coming in and their dogs are jumping up on them. If you have people over, the first thing I want you to do, if you're just training your dog not to jump up, it's actually to exercise your dog before. So you basically can play or go for a long walk with your dog just before the time you know people are coming, because your dog energy levels will be lower already, so it will be easier to actually calm your dog down when people are coming in. And I want you to tell the people, the guests that you're inviting, that you are actually training your dog, and explain them the different steps, and actually not to pay attention and not to even greet your dog until you say so. So what you're going to do, You're going to invite people over, they're going to ring the doorbell, your dog more than likely is going to be all excited and want to jump up. I want you to ask your dog to sit and stay. If he sit and stay patiently, that's when I want you to ask the guest to actually go and say hi to your dog and greet him and reward him with a treat. So give your guest a few treats as well in advance. Actually, you can even put some treat in a box at the door, outside the door, so your guest can take a few treats and be ready to actually train your dog with you. But if your dog doesn't sit and wait patiently until your guest is coming towards him to greet him, then too bad, you put the treats away and he doesn't get rewarded. As I mentioned at the beginning, there's a few common mistakes that people do when they're actually trying to train their dog not to jump. The first one is that they let their puppy jump on them, but when he's growing and actually getting bigger, they don't want their puppy to jump up anymore because he's too big. Do you think your dog understands that? No. So it's very important actually to start training your dog not to jump up as soon as possible when he's a pup, and actually don't reinforce the jumping at all. So I know it's tough, and I know if you're checking this video you probably didn't do that, but it's very important to try and not do that because your dog doesn't understand. Now, I'm not saying that it's not okay to let your dog jumping up at all. Like sometimes I let my dog jump up on me, but I actually put that behavior on cue so they know that it's okay to jump up on me when I'm actually asking them to do so. And it's so much easier to train your dog to have a behavior on cue that actually to try and get rid of a behavior that you didn't even want initially. And the other very important thing, as always in dog training, is consistency. So basically, everybody in your house must have the same behavior when your dog is jumping up, because if you're the only one actually ignoring your dog when he's jumping up, but your partner or your kids or your visitors are actually greeting him and being happy when your dog is jumping up, well, it's going to reinforce the jumping. So you really need to ask everybody, be on the same track, have the same behavior when your dog is jumping up. And it might take a bit of time, I'm not gonna lie, before your dog stops jumping up, especially if he's been doing that for a while and you actually were okay with it and not ignoring. But I can guarantee you, you have to be patient, because if you give up once, even once, because it's a learned behavior that he was doing before, then that one time is going to reinforce him on continuing to jump, because what he wants when he's jumping up is actually to greet you, to have your attention. So if it actually does work the one time and it was working before, he's going to offer that behavior. The first step that you need to do, as I said earlier, when training your dog not to jump up, you need to train your dog to actually have another behavior. The best one is actually to sit or lie down and stay. So again, make sure to check the video I made about this first, and I will see you in that video. Bye!